All right. So we have factoring x squared plus bx plus c. When we factored before, everything had something in common. Now we're going to factor with something a little bit more strange. As I said earlier, the concept is hard, but once you know how to do it, it's easy math. So first, I'm going to FOIL this out or distribute this. So everyone has to say hello to everyone else. So x to x, x to 5, 3 to x, and 3 to 5. This is from 8.2. If we do the math, it's x squared plus 5x plus 3x plus 15. X times 5.
Which one is 3 going to?
3 goes to x, and then 3 goes to 5.
So wait, why is X?
I do well on the quiz.
Say that again?
Jacob, if 88's not
Bro,
bad,
an
shut
88's
up.
fine. You're amazing. Like,
Guys, hey, stop talking. All right, go ahead.
The X has 2 arrows. So we just
Yeah, so think of it as like you show up to the house, you have to say hello to everyone. So the X shows up, has to say hello to the X here and the 5 here. The 3 showed up, has to say hello to the X here, the 5 here. Everyone has to say hello to everyone else, okay? All right. Last part, 5x plus 3x, x squared plus 8x plus 15.
so always whenever.
If this was an 8.2 question, you would stop right here.
So always when you have to.
But it's not an
Did you
8.2 question.
Combine like terms. You just combine like terms.
But like.
All right, now.
Mine, I don't want it. All the good stuff's gone, you can take it.
Because they rode together. They don't have to say hi to the person you went with the car with. Okay?
Why don't you just have both? You already
Don't worry, I have
have
other
your
snacks.
answers already in that form of like.
Guys, again, stop talking. I can't hear questions being asked. You're lit. Shut up. This is for, I'm showing something, so we're not, that would be done for that type of question if it was like an 8.2 quiz question. Go ahead to your question again. Yes, we did this earlier.
So if we both get it back and goes back to the form, why?
Perfect. So when we say factoring, what it means is I start with x squared plus 8x plus 15. And I need to get to the parentheses. Now, usually when we factor, we took out what's in common. Well, we have 3 terms here, and look at it, there's nothing in common with everybody. The first 2 has x's, but the third one doesn't. Check. The first 2 could be divisible by, or the last 2, no, there's nothing in common for all 3. So we're in this interesting situation. Yeah, but this doesn't change anything, right? Okay, so what we're going to do is what we need to figure out is not what's in common for here. We need to figure out what are my 2 x's over here. I need to figure out what could that possibly be. Now, we know it because we did it, but I'm going to show you how we find that. So we're going to try to find it to make it look like this, okay? Like this line right here. Right here, okay? So I know we're doing it backwards now, and I'm showing you how to do it backwards every time. This is the problem. Cheryl, this is the problem right here. Right here is the problem.
I genuinely do. My heart would die.
All right. So first step, pay attention. First step, we're going to identify the B and C. Now, what do I mean by the B and the C? Good. Your B and C is here. So your B is the number in front of just the X, which is 8. So B is 8. And then the C is the number that's by itself or the constant. So C is 15.
Why
Okay?
don't you include the X on?
We don't really care about it because it's long.
Is this like a factoring line?
This is factoring.
Wait,
I know
so
what I'm saying, that-
why don't you use the zero?
But there's a constant.
Hold on.
Can you just make it into a function?
This could be a function, let's say,
Because it's-
but I need to break it into parentheses. And we'll see when we get to graph, future, why it's important to break into parentheses
Use the zero property instead of. Or no?
eventually. Cheryl, do you have a question? Plus 15, and I would ask you to factor it.
We're gonna have to dismantle it.
Dismantle it?
Put it back to the original.
We're gonna,
Like,
you don't have to go back and forth. You could just go one way. I'm
Like,
just,
you give us like the answer, we'll have to go put it in different. Like, you know what I mean, you see over there?
this is your answer. Let's say you start from here
Yeah.
and go to there. Yes.
Exactly. You're gonna have that or?
Yeah, that's gonna be for the test, not for the quiz. Your quiz would be the top part.
It's just that?
Yeah, just that.
That's all it is?
All right. No. Two, what we need to figure out is two situations are going on. The C value, let's look at this. The C value here, guys in the back, the C value here, the last number, it turns out it's gonna be what happens when you multiply these two numbers, 3 and 5. Yeah, because 3 or 5 equals 15. So what we need is to figure out that's fine, but I need you to stop talking so I can help you. Now, the two, guys, I will kick you out. Stop talking or move from each other or move up. So C value is when we multiply the two numbers we're looking for. In this case was 3 and 5. So we're trying to figure out what multiplies to C. Yeah, to equal C. What multiplies to equal the C value, which was 15 in our question. And then let's look what's in the blue box over here. The blue box has 5x plus 3x. 5x plus 3x makes the 8x. But look, the numbers was 3 and 5. So 3 plus 5 gives you the B value. So we're looking for what multiplies to C and what adds to B. So we're looking for two numbers. They have to satisfy both things at the same time. They have to multiply to C and add to B. It's kind of like a puzzle where you're trying to figure out something that satisfies both at the same time. It's two numbers that do that when you multiply it together, it gives you C, and that when you add it together, it gives you B. Yes.
So before this, you were just looking for X1 and X2.
Mhm.
But now we have to get like one number.
This is going to be to break it up into those parentheses, and then we can find those X values. All right. So how do I figure that out? This is how I typically do it. So I usually make a table where C is on top. So I'll make a table where 15 is on top. Now, I think to myself, you know, it's really easy to find what things are multiplied to 15. Because if I try to figure out things that add to 15, I could technically have infinite numbers because I could go negatives and I could go positives and stuff.
They won't go into, but it doesn't always go to B.
But you need to find the only pair, there's only one pair that will do both at the same time.
Can't you just?
No, so I'm just listing factors or things that multiply to 15 or things that multiply to C. So yeah, we know what's right already, but I'm gonna show you and then we'll do one where we don't know what's right. So let's say 1 to 15, 3 to 5. I don't think there's any other combination.
5 to 3.
5 to 3, but you don't need that, that's redundant.
No, I read it down.
No.
Does it matter which one?
Now, what you need to add to is B, which is 8. If you did 5 plus 15 plus 1, you get 16. So that's not it. That's not it. So, but 3 plus 5 equals 8.
It's so weird. There's always a.
You're telling me how 3 plus 5 equals 8?
1, 2, 3.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Oh.
What's up? Sure.
Yeah.
3 and 5 adds to 8.
What was the first one you did?
We'll do practice afterwards with different numbers. Yes. Ethan, Hubbard, go ahead. I'll pick, we'll do a next number again, but I'm just giving the general steps. Now 3, hold up, 3. Now you're gonna write this. Now you're gonna write this
You're gonna ask us to do.
as x plus the first number, so I'll put blank, and x plus the second number. I'll put another blank,
That's how you turn it back.
and that's what we wanted. So we're gonna plug, you got 3 and 5, so you literally write it, x plus 3, because that was my first number. And then my second number, x plus 5.
What's the point of rewriting? it?
That is the answer.
Why would?
Now, why did we rewrite it?
What is it?
So, everyone's like, but you, Mr. Toby, you already told me that. I know, I'm teaching it to you.
Oh, I just realized you're teaching it to us. Yo,
Yeah, you're trolling, dude.
I was not expecting that.
Shut up. What?
Sure. Like, what if I did like other numbers like 14?
Is there any other numbers that multiply to 15? It has to multiply to
Oh,
15.
15 and 1.
Adds to 8, multiplies to 15. Let's do another one. No, you don't need to do the first section. Or that first section belongs at 8.2. I'm just showing you that they're opposites.
That was the craziest moment of the year that you let me on that. It's gonna go down and history.
What's up?
It's gonna be stuck in my head for ages.
Like this, you mean? Yes, yes, that's the question. Yeah, and I'll say factor this. All right. Next question. This time, we don't know the answer inherently. So we're gonna do it again.
Okay, Craig, it's not that simple.
All right. All right. Yes, new problem. No problem. All right, Brand, what is my B and what is my C? Perfect. The B is 10 and the C, I hope you said 16. I didn't actually, yeah. So C is 16. So we're on the next problem. Oh, good.
The answer was 8 and 15.
So-
Shh.
I got you.
So you guys are ahead of me. Good. But look, now I'm trying to things that are multiplying to 16. So I make a little table, things that multiply to 16. But remember, my goal is to add to 8 or 8 to 10. So good, you guys are getting it. Let's say I'm just slow and I'm just like, 1 and 16, that don't work. 2 and 8, hey, that adds up to 10.
You said, let's say I'm slow. That's a direct shot at me.
No, 8 or 2, 2 or 8, that's the
You're
same.
taking shots at me right now.
No, it does not matter.
What if you have one where multiple, oh, wait, I get it.
It doesn't work out?
Well, let's say.
Jacob, you know that's a direct shot at me.
I mean,
It can't be 2 pairs. There's no way 2 sets of it.
what if you was 11?
11?
I'm just not.
Well, the only one would be 11 and 1, so you could get numbers that don't work. I have to make sure the question works. So it can, not for this section. We'll talk about those in the future.
No.
You have to, no, good question. Michael asked, do I have to show every factor? Because I could have gone 4 and 4. No, you could just write the right one. And most of you guys got it, 8 and 2. Yeah, so then you're gonna write your final answer though. X plus
X plus.
2 and X plus 8.
What happens to the other X, like the X to the second power?
We're splitting it up. We're splitting it
Oh,
up.
I get it.
Yeah,
I'm crazy at math.
okay.
so not looking.
I'm getting paid, so it's okay. All right, x squared plus 12x.
New problem?
Yeah, new problem. This one's a little different. Minus
Seriously, you're gonna.
28.
One minus what equals?
You should divide by 4. Divide by 4.
No, this doesn't have a 4.
What do you mean, 12x and 28?
You can't, you have to, everybody has to agree. And x squared doesn't have a 4, so you can't do that.
Ask the class, they'll agree.
No, x squared doesn't have a 4. We
He
can
said
just,
everyone agrees.
I'm sorry, all the variables have to agree with each
Oh,
other.
fine, that doesn't make sense.
Okay.
Mr. Tolman.
Good, b is 12.
Divide by 2.
Good, so look at this one. B is positive 12, but in this case, C is negative 28.
That's his, alright.
So
Is this the final answer? Like,
2 and 8, yeah.
yeah, right there.
Yeah, right there.
X plus two.
X plus 8. Yeah, so now we need to multiply to negative 28. Now, how do you make a multiple of negative? You need one to be positive and one to be negative.
Why don't you put this 12 on top? Why don't you put it
What
in-
if you just multiply by one?
Oh.
By negative one?
Wait. Good question. Why negative 28? Why not 12? C is what we multiply. So because it's the C value, that goes on top.
Why can't we just multiply by negative one?
Negative 1 and 28. Why?
I'm saying, like, yeah, and then it would, but I'm saying like, why can't this kind of be a positive, so it'd be like.
You can't just change the question then. So this one, notice, guys, this one gets you 27. No, that's not it. So let's do the next one, 28. Definitely like negative 14 and 2. That's negative 12. So you have to be careful because 14 times negative 2 is positive 12. So you have to be careful. You have to,
Oh, 14 plus. What? Oh,
It's because then it wouldn't turn into a negative.
what's up? You know which one gets the negative, basically? You know which one gets the negative because it has to add to B. Now, is B negative 12?
Oh.
Oh, because it has to multiply to negative 28, which means one's positive, one's negative. When it's multiplying to a negative, yeah, one's positive, one's negative. So x plus 14, this is a negative, so x minus 2.
nothing equals
This is
28.
the whole simplicity.
What's up?
Nothing equals 28.
You're multiplying to 28. You're not adding to 28.
Wait, so what are you trying to equal? Have
Equal 12 to B.
Are you supposed to add all the negative
Wait, why do you
28?
want to do 12?
What's up?
Are you supposed to add the negative 28?
No, you multiply to the negative 28.
Oh, 12 is the B.
You multiply to C, add to B.
12 is the B, that's why.
12 to B, yeah.
Is that why you like want to get this?
So-
Yes.
Okay.
After this, shouldn't we just learn parabolas?
We'll eventually learn parabolas. This is
Stop going to
parabolas,
stuff.
bro.
I'm already having a
Yeah,
mental
exactly.
breakdown on the
Right.
parabolas.
Just like how we learn y equals mx with b.
I know. We had to go to get there. Okay?
It's how you graph.
What's up?
Why do you do the 14 minus 2?
Oh. Okay. Next one.
And you go to the
X squared minus 10x minus 24.
This is gonna be hefty one.
So first, let's identify what is B and what is C. What is B?
No, they can't both be negative, bro.
Negative.
They won't be negative 24.
Negative.
Good. And is C negative 24? So again, I am multiplying to C. Now, when I multiply to a negative number, it's still, even though my goal is a negative number, one is positive and one is negative. Does anyone want to? Good, negative 2 and positive 12. But here's my issue, Cheryl. Cheryl, that is positive 10. I'm not looking for positive 10.
So 2 and negative 12.
So I'm gonna do 2 and negative 12. So you gotta make sure you get your signs correctly, okay? Yeah, I just want to make sure because that's a common error, so that's fine. And you're learning this. So x plus 2, x minus 12. As like I said, easy to do, hard to understand, but after you do it, you get it. You're trying to figure out, you're asking yourself, what multiplies to negative 24? And? No, 2 and what? It's a pair. 2 times 12. Okay, now 2 times 12, it's negative 24. Yeah, so negative 2 and 12. Then you check what it adds up to. And you need to pass both tests. It has to multiply to negative 24 and add to negative 10.
Oh, it has left. That's a steal of the century.
X squared
Yeah, I stole from you.
minus 10x positive 24.
Another one.
Another one.
Sound like DJ Khaled.
So we got x squared minus 10x plus 24. Now something's really strange. First, let's just, b is negative 10. Well, c is positive 24. So I'm multiplying to 24. Anyone wants to give me something that adds up to 10 that multiplies to 24? It is negative 10, but let's do with positive 10 first because I want to show the example.
Well, now it would be negative 12, negative 12 and
12 and 2. Problem is, it has to be positive 24. No, but it will cause that whole thing to be negative, right? So it has to multiply positive. So 12 plus 2, it is 14. So that's not it.
negative 12 and 2. Negative 12 and negative 12 and 2. Oh wait.
6 and 4.
Oh wait, no, 2 and negative 12 again. 2 and negative.
Negative 4.
2 and negative.
No, it's
2 and
negative
negative
12.
12.
You're so close, Shake.
4,
Negative 2 and
negative
6 and 4 gives you positive 10. Wait a second, that doesn't work. So what I gotta do?
Negative 6.
And
Four.
negative 4. Why am I allowed to do that? Negative 6 times negative 4 is still positive 24. And it adds to negative 10. That's why it's kind of like a puzzle.
Is there any
I hate
reasoning
puzzles.
for a negative times a negative being positive?
What's up?
Is there any reasoning behind a negative times a negative being positive?
Let's say you, how do I explain it?
I feel like this has to
If you turn around and then walk backwards, is that the same as walking forwards?
Yeah. Wait, what? Whoa,
Yeah.
what?
Okay, that was a good,
That makes me even
You're
worse.
standing this way, right? So let's say this is forward, right?
Yeah, then
If you turn around, then walk backwards,
Same thing.
Same thing.
that would be the same as positive. That's why
Yeah.
double negatives are positive.
That was a great analogy.
That was cool.
What's up? Like walk up backwards? I mean, you could do it slowly. I'm sure you could.
Have you ever ran backwards? I feel bad for you.
Oh, yeah.
I got you.
I know I like how it's supposed to say, but it's not what it is. No. She's saying that since stairs is like either way.
Another one.
Why not?
Yeah, facts.
You're never going home.
Why not? Let it fly.
Okay, let me do
You know,
this. 7.
Why wouldn't I?
because I want to practice this.
Well, this is stuff you need to practice too.
This one.
Not sure. Everyone try this one out and then, what's up?
Oh, I got it. 7.
Yeah, try this one out. This is the final one.
It's 8 and 7.
You can't have homework tomorrow's class day.
It's
What
actually.
do you mean?
It's facts, G.
You can't have homework on the fast day.
No, and then we don't have to do on Monday, and then on Friday, and then Monday is Black. The homework that you assigned us last night, we didn't even do yet.
Then I'll check that out if that's true. I'll check
And
this
then
out.
you just get over it.
What's up?
Why do we have 2 homeworks to do?
8 and 7? 8 times 7?
Where?
Doesn't it multiply to 48?
Oh, it's 12 and 4.
Wait,
It's 12 and
guys,
4.
chill out,
12 and
chill.
4.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's go.
Well,
So everyone try it out.
Jeremy, you don't have-
Multiplying to 48?
You still have pencils out.
We already killed 11.
I don't know what it is.
8 and 4.
I don't do puzzles.
Okay, wait. So now what do I do?
What do you do?
like I have this thing right here.
So what do you do with those two numbers?
Oh,
You could, but,
oh, so this.
So what is?
okay, why do
So what is
Okay.
it?
no, you can't go.
So what is it?
You have another one
What is it?
I could just put it as minimally into these.
What is this?
What's up?
What is this math?
Am I right? Am I right? This is-
Oh, this is me trying to figure something out. Yeah,
Yeah, let's go.
nah, don't worry about this one.
What was it?
8 and,
12
12 and 4, you're right.
Yeah, Ethan, I agree with you on that one. Totally put me in a good mood.
I'm happy to hear that.
Except
Guys on
taking
Zoom,
shots
have a
at me
wonderful
during
day.
class.